Hey y'all, back with another review for The Circle. This is season 6, episodes 3 and 4. So, last episode left off, they had just learned that there's an AI in the chat. They got to figure out who it is eventually. A lot of people are thinking Steffi. They're like, the way she's gotten these horoscopes, just reading this stuff off her head, the way she seems like a one trick pony. All she does is talk about horoscopes and yoga and stuff. She's an AI. She seems like she ain't got no original thoughts. It starts off with just 2 or 3 people saying it, but as the episode goes on, we see that the majority feels like Steffi is the AI. But mainly Paul/Caress is the one that's like, she's an AI. It's Steffi. No one is suspecting Max. No one is suspecting the actual AI in this situation. Hilarious to me. So Max messages Lauren since they rapped about each other. She tells him she thinks that Paul is the AI. Max is like, well, what about Steffi? I think Steffi. Mind y'all, Max is the AI. Paul chats Kyle again. Caress, Paul, girl. It's giving obsessed. And Kyle is annoyed by this too because he's like, what do you want to talk about now? You just private chatted me yesterday. Right before that, we had an all guys chat. What more is there to say? And it's definitely giving... This is Caress showing her slip because you giving obsessed girl. You're not giving a bro trying to talk to his homie. That's not what it's giving. It's not what it's giving at all. Kyle says that Steffi is the AI, but he's thinking that Paul could be too. Paul is now suspecting Kyle because he ain't really giving him much info about himself. Neither one of them are really giving that much info. Paul/Caress ain't giving much info about themselves because they're catfish. They don't want to overdo it and then get caught up not being able to explain. And Kyle is not giving a lot of info about himself because he don't trust Paul. He just does not trust Paul. Paul does not seem trustworthy. Paul be jumping at the gate, trying to pick people's brains, not really saying his stance, not really giving much of themselves, but just jumping at the gate like, so yeah, do you like such and such? And nobody is feeling that because he hasn't formed that connection with anybody. So like I said, Paul and Kyle are suspecting each other. So Kyle is trying to fish him out, and he asks him about these 2 different beaches in LA. Like, if he really live in LA and is this person that he says, if he really a dude, he gonna pick this beach because this where all the young folks at. This beach is where the families and stuff at. Paul is guessing, Paul/Caress is guessing that, oh, this answer could trip me up, so let me skirt it around. Period. Paul says, well, I don't really do the beach, I do hiking. And Kyle is like, I peep game, you ain't who you say you are. So next we see Miles messages QT. They're flirting and they're forming their alliance. Like I said, they've been kind of young papi fuego, young mommy fuego. Anyway, they get a little alert. They have to prove their humanity. And then they have to vote for the person that they think is most human. The most human person then will have to block who they feel is the least human. So the game, they ask them 3 questions. The first one is, can you tell a joke? Everybody tells a little knock-knock joke. Steffi's joke is so corny that now just about everyone thinks that she's AI. It was like, knock, knock, who's there? Knock, knock, who's there? Oops, I did it again. Everybody's just like, what? Only an AI could have a joke that ridiculous. The second question is, how does the woman on the right feel? And it's that legendary meme, y'all, where the guy is walking with his girlfriend and he's turning around looking at another woman. Brandon is suspecting Max, but Brandon is the only one that thinks this. I can't even remember what it was that Max, the chat box, did to where Brandon/Olivia was like, That's the AI, but he's getting closer than everybody else. Again, Steffi's answer just kind of makes everybody look at her real peculiar, thinking that she's the AI. The third question is, how should he solve this problem? And in the picture, there's a man sitting on an airplane and a kid behind him kicking on the seat. They all give their answer. At this point, both of the catfishes, Olivia slash Brandon and Paul slash Caress, are looking at Max as the possible AI. That cracked me up. Paul takes some shots at Steffi in their response. They're like, oh, maybe he should avoid talking about it, just like I would avoid talking to Steffi in a private chat. Just taking little cheap shots and stuff to let Steffi know it's up and it's stuck. Okay? Ain't no coming back from it. You started this mess. I'm going to finish it. Next, we see Kyle messages Miles. Since he is an AI engineer, he wants to pick his brain. They agree on Steffi. They both think Steffi is the AI. And one of them is low-key suspicious of Paul as well. Now we see Lauren and QT. Lauren thinks Paul. QT is thinking Steffi. They bring Paul into the chat to suss him out. And Paul slash Caress is like, yeah, I think it's Steffi too. Lauren goes all out and says, well, I ain't gonna lie, Paul. I'm thinking that you the AI. My first thought was you until everybody said Steffi. So I'm like, dang, I don't want to be on the losing team. So I might need to say it's Steffi too, basically. So now they got to vote for the most human. Steffi chats Miles. He asks her, why did you come for Paul the way that you did? She gives some super generic answer because she says she came for Paul because she's psychic and she knows that Paul is not who they say they are. That cracked me up because, Paul is not who he says she is. But it wouldn't take a psychic to figure that out. Most of the people on here figured it out. They just see Steffi as more suspicious, so it looked like they want to go with her first. But like I said, she's half right. Paul Caress is not who they say they are and is playing the game terribly. I would not mind if they got sent home because they are not playing the game well at all. Cassie chats Lauren trying to see what she thinks about who is the AI. Lauren says she thinks Paul. She said, I even told him that. So, I don't feel no ways about telling you that because he already know how I feel. Cassie thinks it is Steffi, but why do you think it's Paul? So they say, there's something offbeat about Paul. Like, Paul is just a little different than what we would expect this middle 20s rap black guy to be. It's not giving that. But everyone thinks Steffi, so hey, we probably just gonna have to go with Steffi. Paul chats Max trying to clear their name. Max says that he thinks it's Steffi in all of the horoscope mess. Max is just gonna go with majority because Max don't want to be figured out as the AI bot. So gang mentality it is. Alert, alert, we have the results. That's where episode 3 ends. And we're going into episode 4. So episode 4, Spot the Bot. The results. Miles is number 1. They vote him number 1, most human. I was kind of shocked by this, but when I thought about it, I'm like, they're probably just thinking Miles is an AI engineer. He'll for sure be able to pick out this bot. So we hope. So QT chats Miles. Young Papi Fuego in the house. Hey, I'm so proud of you and this and that. I think this is where they give the Papi Fuego, Mommy Fuego thing, or maybe they already did it. Who knows? All these episodes starts running together when you gotta watch them together. But like I said, they've been locked in as circle boos from hello. He is wanting help on trying to figure it out because he has to make the sole decision. He doesn't really get to deliberate with anybody. He just has to make the decision on who is the least human / AI. and block them. So he's like, yeah, everybody is thinking Steffi, but I'm still looking at Paul. Paul is sus to me. Very much so. Pick Paul. Please pick Paul. I hope he sent Paul home and we can see that she over there catfishing, catfishing bad too. Just not playing the game well at all. So now they have another little side mission. They have to upload another picture of themselves living their best life / when they felt most alive or whatever like that. Cassie's going through her pictures. Like I said, she's a mom of 2, but she doesn't want to look all momish. So she picks a picture of herself camping. I don't know what that pic. I don't know what them what that was supposed to say. Olivia was like, "Oh, you're so gorgeous." Olivia picks a picture. I think like she was like at a gala. So, she has a Christmas sweater. That's what it says. Olivia picks a Christmas sweater picture, and somebody was like, "Oh, you're so gorgeous." Da, da, da. And Brandon is like, "Oh, I know they're not looking at the real me, so they're not really talking to me, but it just feels good, even though, they're not talking about me. It feels good to hear you're gorgeous." And I'm like, okay. Next we see Kyle. He's about to post a picture of him. Looks like he was on a 4-wheeler. But then he's looking at the picture and he's like, dang, you can see my wedding ring in this picture. So he has to pick another picture. The picture he picks is like a faraway picture of him running down the beach. So they go in on his picture. Why is he so far away? Is he trying to hide something? QT is like, it seems like he's obsessed with himself. Like, why would he send us this shirtless picture? Then she write this message like, lifeguard duty. I'm sure all the girls want to be saved by you. #abs by AI. Y'all should have seen him reading that message. Because he's like, lifeguard duty. Yeah, the girls want to be saved by, oh yeah, abs by AI. He was so flustered. I was cracking up. He was so sauced up before that hashtag, y'all. So now he's feeling away because he's feeling like, you doing this for no reason to try to be funny, but now you could be convincing other people to be like, I thought he was AI too, or oh, he could be the AI. He feels like it just wasn't cool. He don't appreciate that. So Max, the AI bot, post another picture and he is in sunglasses. He's like on a farm. He got some shades on. He ain't really smiling, just, chilling. They go in. They go in. Somebody was like, the most alive thing about this picture is the cows in the back. So they're suspecting that Max is AI at this point because they feel like his pictures are very emotionless. They lack emotion. They lack depth. And they're like, this could be the AI. Next, Paul / Caress post a picture of them rapping on stage, like having their concert. Steffi said no time for fake ones, okay? I came in here thinking I was going to offer a peace offering today, but now I'm just looking at this picture and, I feel like you're not who you say you are and this, that, and the third. And I ain't got time for fake people. And yeah, # you fake and I'm standing on business. She didn't say that, but that's essentially what she said. So Steffi posts her pic and it's of her skating. Somebody was like, oh, it looks like a stock photo. Oh, it's too posed, Paul. It's so posed. It just feels like a stock photo. And they're just kind of agreeing. Steffi is in there crying. Now, this is what pissed me off because it's like, Steffi, you started the mess with Paul. But when Paul responds to you starting with them, now you want to cry because you thought that you were going to have a good day. Why is he coming for me like this? I just don't understand. This pissed me off so bad, and it got me thinking, like, you know what? Maybe we can keep Paul around for now, but get Steffi out of here. Because you starting stuff and then crying when it's respond. It's just pure Karen behavior. And I don't want to see any more of it. Okay? She's crying. She chats Olivia for some small talk and cheering up. Olivia provides that. So Olivia and Lauren chat Miles. I think Olivia chatted first to kind of be like, hey, you shouldn't send Steffi home, you know. She's my girl, and, you know, don't send Steffi home. And Lauren chats Miles while he's talking to Olivia, and he don't know what to do. He like, dang, do I just end this chat with Olivia? Do I just go over there? Do I ignore that chat? He said, forget it. I'm going to add her into this chat. I'm already talking to somebody, but I still want to see what she say. Well, good for them because they both got the same message. Don't send Steffi home. He's kind of like, oh, okay, both of y'all here to try to save Steffi. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alert. They get a new game, You Robot. They gotta all post who they think the AI is. So I appreciated this because at least Miles don't have to go into it blindly with just his opinion. He gets to see the group thoughts as well. So Lauren says Lauren says that she feels like Paul is the AI because nobody is defending him. You know, Steffi's getting called out, but people are there to defend Steffi. Nobody's defending Paul. And that's my thing. It's like, Paul, you hop into all these chats with them just to pick their brain. You're not making a connection because not one person stood up to be like, no, not my bro Paul. My bro Paul is real. We be talking about this. We be talking about that. Not one person. Not one person went to bat for Paul. So I'm like, this should be your reflection to know you're doing something wrong in this gameplay. Again, it should, but we don't know if it's actually going to curl over the way that it needs to if Paul gets to stay. Paul picks Steffi. He thinks Steffi is the AI, of course. No surprise there. Cassie, QT, and Kyle also pick Steffi. Steffi and Olivia pick Kyle. He's mad because he feels like QT started all of this. And he wouldn't have been picked if it wasn't for her starting it. Kyle chats QT after they, posted all this stuff. Kyle chats QT and asks her, like, why did you start this with that abs by AI hashtag? And you got these other people thinking that I could possibly be AI when I'm real. She's just like, oh no, that chat was just getting boring and I just wanted to spice it up. I wasn't trying to throw heat your way. You was being messy. Just say you was being messy, girl, because you was being messy. So next we see Max chats Miles. Mind you, Max is the chat box. Max chats Miles, and Miles is like, well, let's chat Paul to see what he got to say. Might as well. They ask him, are you the AI? Can AI lie? And basically, they are not moved by Paul Caress and the generic answers that they're given. So, it's not looking too good for Paul. Now, they give the alert where Miles is going to have to go tell the person in person that they're being blocked. I said, okay, cool. I forgot they do be going to the person apartment to talk to him in person. So now he got to pick the person in person. And of course, they're going to make us wait till next week to see who it was. My money is on, I think he's going to pick Paul. Because even though majority is looking at Steffi crazy, I think Paul is just looking so sus in that they're not answering questions correctly and they're not opening up and nobody vouches for them. Nobody is like, oh, Paul is my guy. Don't vote Paul. So it's not looking too good for Paul, but these things could go either way. It could be Paul, it could be Steffi, it could be Max. We'll see next week, y'all. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, comment, let me know how you think this new season of The Circle is gonna go. Bye.